Backstage, the air is thick with tension and excitement. The hum of the crowd seeps through the curtains, mixing with the faint echo of a guitar being tuned somewhere nearby. A young woman stands alone in the corner, clutching her worn acoustic guitar as if it's the only thing keeping her steady. Her fingers tremble slightly, betraying the calm she's trying to project. She takes a deep breath and glances at the monitor showing the stage, where the contestant before her finishes to loud applause. Her heart races faster. This is it, her one shot. A small camera crew moves closer, capturing every flicker of emotion on her face. The interviewer asks softly, "What are you singing tonight?" She swallows hard before answering, her voice quiet but sure. "It's an original. I wrote it for Keith Urban. His music, it got me through some really dark times." Her eyes glisten with unspoken memories, heartbreak, late nights, the comfort of songs that seemed to understand her when no one else could. Someone calls her name. It's time. She adjusts the strap of her guitar, whispering a quick prayer under her breath. As she walks toward the stage entrance, the noise of the audience grows louder, like a wave rising to meet her. Just before stepping into the light, she pauses, exhales deeply, and whispers to herself, "This is for you, Keith." The lights dim as she steps onto the stage, the vast space before her suddenly feeling both endless and intimate. The audience hushes, waiting. A single spotlight catches the shimmer of her guitar as she moves to the center, her heartbeat pounding louder than the music yet to come. She glances toward the judges' table, where Keith Urban sits among them, smiling politely, unaware of what's about to unfold. Her throat tightens, but she takes a deep breath, closes her eyes, and strums the first chord. The sound is soft at first, fragile, like her courage, but it grows with each note. Her voice follows, pure and trembling, carrying the words she wrote in the quiet of her room. The song isn't just a confession of love, it's a thank you, a story of how his music gave her strength when she needed it most. The melody fills the room, and for a moment, even the cameras seem to forget to move. As she sings the chorus, her eyes meet Keith's. Something shifts, his smile fades into a look of stunned recognition. He leans forward, listening intently, as if hearing his own heart reflected in her lyrics. The audience senses it too, the electricity in the air tightening. When she strums the final note, silence falls, not from indifference, but awe. Then, the crowd erupts, the sound washing over her like sunlight after a storm. For a long, breathless moment, the stage remains silent after the final note fades. Then Keith Urban slowly rises from his seat, the applause swelling around him. His expression is a mix of disbelief and emotion, eyes glistening under the lights. The other judges glance at him, surprised by his reaction. He claps once, twice, then steps closer to his microphone, his voice soft but filled with sincerity. "That was unbelievable," he says, pausing as if searching for the right words. "I don't think anyone's ever sung something that personal, to me, before." The young woman stands frozen, still gripping her guitar. Her breath catches as Keith smiles at her, a little tearful, a little stunned. "You wrote that?" he asks, his Australian accent gentle, almost breaking. She nods, unable to speak. "It wasn't just a song," he continues. "It was a story, your story, and somehow it felt like mine too." The audience leans in, captivated by the connection unfolding before them. A few people in the front row are already wiping their eyes. Keith takes a deep breath and adds, "Music like that reminds me why I do this, why we all do." His words hang in the air, honest and raw. Then, he smiles again, broader this time. "You've got something special," he says. "And I think the world needs to hear it." The crowd erupts once more, louder than before. The applause still echoes through the hall when the host steps forward, beaming, trying to speak over the roar of the audience. The young woman blushes, overwhelmed, gripping her guitar like it's the only thing keeping her grounded. Before she can respond, Keith Urban stands up again, his microphone still in hand. The crowd quiets instantly, sensing something extraordinary is about to happen. He looks at her with a soft smile, eyes shining with emotion. "Would you mind," he begins, his voice warm and steady, "if I joined you for that last chorus?" The room explodes with cheers. She gasps, eyes wide, completely caught off guard. "Are you serious?" she whispers, her voice trembling. Keith nods, already unstrapping his own guitar from the back of his chair. "Let's make a little magic," he says. He steps onto the stage, and the audience rises to its feet in anticipation. As they face each other under the soft blue lights, she strums the opening chords again. Keith joins in seamlessly, his voice blending with hers in perfect harmony. For those few minutes, the world feels smaller, just two souls sharing a song that means everything to both of them. When they hit the final note together, the audience erupts into thunderous applause. Keith laughs, pointing to her and saying, "That's her song." She's smiling through tears, realizing her dream didn't just come true, it became a duet. The next morning, the world is already buzzing. Clips of the performance flood social media, her trembling first note, Keith Urban's tearful smile, and the unforgettable moment they sang together. The hashtags trend within hours, hashtag Keith and her duet, hashtag dream come true, hashtag the love song that broke the internet. Comment sections fill with heart emojis and words like goosebumps, magic, and I cried watching this. News anchors replay the duet on morning shows, calling it the most touching moment of the year. Somewhere far from the chaos, the young woman wakes up to hundreds of messages on her phone. Friends, strangers, and reporters all want to talk to her. Her video has millions of views, and her follower count is climbing by the minute. But she doesn't check the numbers right away. Instead, she replays the performance, watching the moment Keith joins her on stage. She still can't believe it really happened. Her phone buzzes again, this time, a notification she never expected. It's a tag from Keith Urban himself. "You moved me with your voice and your heart. Keep singing, the world needs to hear you." She stares at the screen, tears welling in her eyes, a quiet smile spreading across her face. Outside, the world continues talking about her. Inside, she sits with her guitar, softly strumming that same melody, her love song, now shared with millions.